This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com with the video edition of Trinity Talk. I'm talking to a couple of the Trinity volleyball players who have a very busy and very important week. We'll start with you, Megan. Last time we talked, I think it's been a while, but Coach has kind of been pointing me your direction, said you've really come on strong here towards the end. You're a senior, correct?
Yes, sir. Sometimes
when that finish line starts to come into view, you get a little bit more motivated. Is that kind of part of what's going on with you and this team?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's for sure like the time, it's not going to last forever, and so I think the time is now, and we definitely have to lock in and make sure that we're working as hard as we can and just doing our best. So yeah, I think it's definitely helped motivate me a lot towards the end of the season.
So you guys have had, I would call them growing pains maybe, but growing pains against good teams. You guys elevated up to Class 5A this year to kind of, it's a sign of growth for the school. What have you guys done well to kind of navigate? You've had some losses along the way. I'm not hiding that from anybody, but you've also had some wins. What are you guys doing now to kind of make progress to get back to the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just doing the best we can. We're working as hard as possible, and we can compete with these teams, and so, we're just working as hard as we can, and we know that we can be as good as we want as a team, and so we're just striving to be the best as we can be, and we're just hoping that we can come and get some good wins, so yeah.
Kinsey, what have you guys learned? She mentioned competing with them. A lot of these teams, you hadn't seen that, and they're 5A teams, so they've got a few more girls that have been playing for a while. You guys have been 4A for a while. What have you learned from playing the teams, both the ones you've beaten and the ones you've lost to?
Yeah, from the teams that we've gotten beaten by, we've learned that it's not necessarily them beating us, it's us beating ourselves, and kind of taking care of business on our sides rather than worrying about what they're doing or what plays they're gonna do. It's just kind of like making sure that we're taking care of business on our side, and just kind of same thing with the teams we've won against. It's just we've done well of taking care of things on our side when we've won. So that's just what we've been really focusing on.
Seeing the teams that have beaten you, and All Saints, and who's the other one that's right there with us?
Yeah.
You've lost twice to each of them. There's a chance you may see them. If you take care of business this week and get to the playoffs, you know they may be out there waiting. How much does that help you as you kind of work towards the playoffs to know those are the teams we've got to be able to play with?
Yes. Yeah, it helps us to just like be able to prepare mentally along with physically of like what we need to just prepare ourselves and our team for, and how we need to conduct ourselves in practice is just kind of where that is with us.
So you don't get to practice too much this week because you've got to play, you get to play Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, all at home against Trinity Christian, which beat you before, and two teams that you've beaten. Megan, what's the focus got to be like? Because there's not going to be a ton of, there's maybe mental prep, but there's not going to be a whole lot of kind of digesting what happens. It's just going to be boom, boom, boom these next couple of days.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the time that we get for practice, we're definitely going to be locked in and working on all the things that we need to work on. So I think it's definitely taking one step at a time, but also like making sure that we take care of every moment the best that we can. So yeah, we're going to be working super hard every moment we can.
And Kinsey, when we talked before, you talked about how big an advantage it is for you guys to be at home because your student section love watching you guys play. Having those 3 in a row at home, I mean, you didn't get to pick the schedule. It's handed to you, but how cool is it to be playing these 3 matches that kind of determine what you guys do in the play, or if you get to the playoffs, and then what you can be seated all 3 at home?
I think it's really special, especially for me as a senior, just getting to have like that really intimate time at home, and just really getting the confidence, I think, is what's going to help being at home. It's going to give us that confidence and that drive going into the playoffs.
Obviously, the goal is to win all 3, Megan. What do you guys have to do? You can't win 3 until you've won 1. What do you have to do starting Tuesday to kind of set the tone for the week?
Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely need to be good mentally, and we're going to have to work our tails off because these are 3 super great teams, and so we definitely want to go out and get some wins. So yeah, just work together as a team and be unified and just have so much fun and just, yeah.
What are some things you guys have to do as a team? We'll step back and look at all 3, Kinsey, but this week, what are some things you guys have to do as a team to make sure if you take care of business, you're ready for the playoffs?
I think just bringing a lot of energy to each and every game, and focus, concentration, and just mental awareness of what we're getting ourselves into this week. So.
And this is, you guys are both seniors, so this is kind of a catch your breath, understand there's going to be emotions and all that. How do you kind of manage that part of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard being senior year and, having all your lasts, but I think it's just enjoying the moment and being present and just enjoying it with all your friends and all of our sisters that we made on our team, and just, just having so much fun and just enjoying every last moment that we get, so yeah.
What about you, Kenzie?
Same thing, just really soaking it all up.